when we retell a story, we think about the big things that happen in the beginning, the big things that happen in the middle, and the big things that happen in the end. You have to remember that in your head, and one good way to remember is to remember the pictures that I'm going to show you, and that'll help jog your memory. What that means is that'll help you remember the big idea. Don't play in the back, or else you won't be able to remember, and you won't be able to help me. And I'm going to need a lot of help today. A couple of words I want to talk to you about. One is the word quarrel, and that's a third grade word. Does anyone know what it means to quarrel? Do you know what it means to quarrel? If I say yes and you say no, and I say yes again and you say no, and I say I want it and you say you don't want it, we go back and forth. If you say one thing and I say the other thing, if we fuss and we fight and we argue, that's quarreling. Is quarreling a good thing or not so good thing?
Good thing.
Quarreling's good. Quarreling is like fighting. It's like fuss. Not fighting with your hands, but fighting with words. Quarreling is not a good thing. It's arguing. It's fussing. And the other word that I want to talk to you about, this works. Okay? If you have a question, but I haven't asked anything, so I need you to listen. My little man in the fourth row who keeps talking to the young lady. Xavier. So quarreling is like fussing. It's like fighting with words. The other word that I want to talk to you about that's going to be in this set text that you have to understand, in this story that you have to understand, is bickering. Bickering is quarreling. Bickering is saying things like, it's mine. No, it's mine. It's mine. Arguing back and forth like that. Are you allowed to do that here?
No.
Is it healthy to argue like that? Can you be friends and argue at the same time? Does it make a good friendship? Does it help you get along?
That means you keep.
Yep, this works. Can I help you? Yes.
That means that you keep fighting.
Right. And is it good to fight?
No.
If you're busy fighting, can you really have fun?
No.
Well, let's get into this story. It's called It's Mine. Did you ever say that to anybody? It's mine and not share? Sometimes people do that. It's about 3 frogs who say, it's mine all the time. Look how happy he looks, but he's all by himself. This is one of the frogs that's in the story. Sometimes it's nice to be by yourself, but sometimes it's nice to be with other people, isn't it? Yeah. It is more nice, I agree with you. I want to set the stage and tell you where they are. In the middle of Rainbow Pond, there was a small island. There's a tiny island right there, just big enough for 3 frogs. Some pebbles lined its beaches, and it was covered with ferns. Ferns are these beautiful plants right here. It's peaceful, isn't it? It's really quiet. But wait till you see what happens. Let me read you the story, and then I'll show you the picture. On the island, there lived 3 quarrelsome frogs. Quarrelsome, they're going to fuss and fight. They were named Milton, Rupert, and Lydia. And they quarreled and quibbled from dawn to dusk. So what are they doing all day? They're fighting. Not with their hands, but with words. All day long. What a drag. I wonder if this will turn out good. Stay out of the pond, yelled Milton. The water's mine. Along? These 3 frogs in the beginning, they are not getting along at all, are they? Get off the island. Oh, how mean is that? Shouted Rupert. The earth is mine. Can you really own an island? It is. Look at it. Look how sad they look. The air is mine, screamed Lydia as she left to catch a butterfly, and so it went. Are these frogs getting along? No. Give me a thumbs up if you can tell me why they aren't getting along. What are they doing that's making them not get along? This gentleman right here with the lovely glasses. I don't know your names. I'm sorry. Right here. What are they doing that's not letting them get along? They're fighting with their hands or with words? Words. And the person that's turned around, Tyler, would you please turn around the right way? Person in front, turn around. Let me continue to read. Thank you. One day, a large toad appeared before them. And he said, I live on the other side of the island, but I can hear you shouting all day long. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. There's no peace because of your endless bickering. Remember, that's that fighting thing. You can't go on like this. And with that, the toad slowly turned around and hopped through the leaves. Give me a thumbs up if you think they're going to continue to bicker. Give me a thumbs down if you think they're going to stop. No sooner than had Milton run off with a large, no sooner had he left than Milton ran off with a large worm. The others hopped after him, screaming, "Worms are for everyone." But Milton said, "No, not this one. This is mine." Did they take the toad's advice? Did they share? Did they stop bickering? I wonder if they'll ever stop. What do you think? Raise your hand if you can tell me. What do you think? Do you think they'll ever stop?
No, don't keep fighting because they don't want to stop.
They don't want to stop? Does anyone think they're going to stop?
No.
Do you think they'll stop? Right here. I don't know your name, honey. I'm sorry.
Derek.
Derek, do you think they'll stop? You do? I hope so. Cross your fingers. Let's see if they'll stop. Let's read on. Here's what happens. Suddenly the sky darkened and a rumble of distant thunder circled the island. Rain filled the air and the water turned to mud. The island grew smaller and smaller. It was swallowed up by the rising flood. The frogs were spared. Do you know what's happening to the frogs right now? What's happening to the water on the island? Is it getting higher or lower?
Lower.
Oh, it's getting higher. What happens when it gets higher? This works. This part works. What happens? What happens to the frogs? Maybe they'll drown. Would you be scared if you were afraid of drowning? I would be. Are they safe? No, I don't think so. Look at their faces. Look at their little froggy faces. Do they look happy or scared? Scared. They look scared. And they're scared about the water, aren't they? They could drown. You're absolutely right. Let's find out. Oh, it's dangerous time. I'll wait. I'll wait. Thank you for being very quiet. Thank you for listening. Desperately, they clung to a few slippery stones that still rose above the wild, dark water. But these soon began to disappear. Things aren't getting better. They're really in danger. They could drown, couldn't they? I wonder what will happen. But they're not bickering now. This works.
I found one.
There was only one rock left, and there the frogs huddled, trembling, that means shaking from cold and fright. I'll show you what huddling means in a minute. But they felt better now that they were together, sharing the same fears and hopes. And little by little, the flood subsided and the rain fell gently and stopped altogether. Look, right here. They saved themselves. They huddled together. Do you know what it means to huddle? Can you huddle with me? Can we huddle together? It's almost like cuddling, but it's like getting together really close like this. You ever huddle with your parents? It's cold and they keep you warm like that? Or sometimes when you're scared, you go and you get next to your parents? So they've huddled together. But look at us. Are they fighting?
No.
Look at their little froggy faces. Do they look happy?
Yes. Like this. Same.
This works, honey bun. But I think they look happy. Who else thinks they look happy? Wait, why are they happy all of a sudden? They've just been through a terrible ordeal. They almost drowned. How did they get happy? What happened? They're sharing the rock. And that's probably the middle. They share the rock and they save themselves. Wait till you see what happens in the end. Look! The large rock that saved them really wasn't a rock. I wonder what it was. Wait and find out. You saved us, shouted the frogs, and they recognized the toad. That toad that told them to stop bickering saved them, pretended to be a rock, and gave them a place to stay, and he helped them to stop arguing. I wonder if they'll go back to arguing. What do you think? Thumbs up if you think they're going to argue again. Thumbs down if you think they're not. I love the way the young lady in the back raises her thumb without talking. Let me read the story, and you can make a picture in your mind. The next morning, the water had cleared. Sun rays chased silver minnows on the sandy bottom of the pond. Joyfully, the frogs jumped in side by side. They swam all around the island. Did you hear anything about fussing and fighting? I didn't either. Where do you see their froggy faces? Look how happy they are. Are they sharing the pond?
Yeah.
Are they fighting over it?
No.
I think in the end, maybe they learned to share. Let's see if they do. Together, they leaped after swarms of butterflies that filled the air. Look at this. Are they sharing the butterflies?
Yeah.
Are they fighting?
No.
I wonder what they learned at the very end. And later, when they rested in the weeds, they felt happy in a way that they had never been before. Isn't said Nelson. Isn't it beautiful, said Rupert. And you know what else? Eyes here. I see one young lady in the back really trying hard to watch. It's ours. Are they fighting?
No.
Are they bickering?
No.
Are they quarreling?
No.
Well, what are they doing when they're working together? What is that called when you take turns and you work together? What is it called?
Sharing.
Beautiful. Kiss your brain. And that's it. I want you to look at me for a minute. We just heard a story from beginning to middle to end, but now I need your help in retelling it. I'm going to show you some pictures, and I need you to help me with the words to write. I'm going to show you the picture, and I want you to think about what's happening, and then you have to help me figure out what to write for about the beginning. What do they do in the beginning? What do they do?
Fighting.
But I can't just write fighting, so I need a whole sentence. You need to tell me who did what. Who are we talking about here?
The frogs.
I'm so glad that you said the frogs. And you didn't just say they. So I'm going to write the frogs. Don't say anything because I'll get messed up. The frogs what?
Fighting.
Well, can I just say the frogs fighting? Does that make sense? Raise your hand if you can help me. The frogs what? In the blue. I don't know your name. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Tatiana.
The frogs what? What were they doing? But how were they being mean? Were they beating each other up? Were they stealing? What were they doing that was mean? Tell me a little bit more. Okay. I love the way you try to do that. But what were they doing? What did they do? How were they being mean though? Were they licking out their tongues at each other? What did they do that was so mean?
It wasn't sharing.
Well, we already have that. The frogs were not sharing. But what did they do? Let me read this again to you. Maybe we can figure out the word. On the island lived those three quarrelsome frogs, Milton, Rupert, and Lydia. They quarreled and quibbled from dawn to dusk. What did they do all day? What did they do? They were fighting. Close enough. And it's a special kind of fighting.
No.
And yes, it is. It's called bickering. It's called arguing. It's called fussing.
No. Because fighting.
It is fighting, but it's a fighting with words. There are lots of different kinds of fighting, but this fighting with words is called arguing or bickering.
Arguing.
Same thing. Okay. Now we have to decide what happens in the middle. So I'm going to go back here. I have to open it up. Let's see if we can find the middle. You all are doing a fabulous job of sitting the day before Christmas. The toad came and fussed at them. He told them to stop arguing, but they didn't listen to him. And then the rains came. And what happened when the rains came? What almost happened to them? This works. I love this young lady right here who raises her hand. What happened? Who's they? The dinosaurs?
No.
The frogs. All right, so you have to help me. The frogs what? The frogs almost what?
Drowned.
Is that what you want to say?
Then the wood.
But how do they save themselves? If we can't remember, what can we do? How do we find the answer? This young lady right here, I don't know your name, sweetie. What's her name?
Andrea.
Sandra? How do they save themselves?
Was on the rock.
Yep. Oh, I love that term. They were on the rock. They were hugging each other. Look at them, how close they are. If they didn't get that close, they would have fallen into the water, and if they would have fallen into the water, they might have drowned, right? So how do I say that? I can't say they were on the rock. What do I want to say? The frogs almost drowned. They were... You know, I need to hear Sandy. My ears are old. I have to be really quiet. Can you tell me what to write? They were on the rock. What?
It was there.
Are you Sandy? What do you want to say here? Does she say it?
Sandra, she's saying to you.
Sandra, can you tell me? The frog's almost drowned, and then you said they were on the rock. But you told me more. What happened because they were on the rock? How did the rock help them?
For being nice.
Well, it didn't help them from being nice. You said something about hugging, and they were on the rock hugging each other. They were really close to each other, weren't they? They were all smushed together. How did that help them?
Happy.
They were happy on the rock. Did the rock save them?
Yes.
What would happen if they didn't have that rock?
They would die.
What would happen? All the way in the back here. I don't know any of your names, I'm sorry. Siani, what would happen if they didn't have that rock? Well, they're not fighting now. Oh, you guys are doing so well. You were helping me out for a few minutes there. What happened when they were on this rock? They were huddling together. Why did they have to get together like that? Was there a big space on the rock?
Yeah.
Was there a lot of room on the rock?
No.
Did you see another frog on that rock?
Yeah.
Really? Where? Where did you see
On
another
the
frog?
front. In the front.
Would there be enough room?
No.
Could you fit 4 of you or 5 of you on one square? No, if you had to fit on one square, you'd have to really smush together, wouldn't you? Are they smushed together? Yeah, they are smushed together.
Them hugging.
I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. All eyes on me. They're smushed together to stay on this rock. And if they didn't stay on this rock, they're going to fall into the water. And then what happens? What happens? They're drowned. So we need to get back here. The frog's almost drowned. They were on the rock. Did they save themselves on the rock?
Yes.
Open up. Now we just have to figure out what happened in the end. What did they learn in the end? What did they stop doing in the end? What did they stop doing? And how were they being mean? Were they poking each other? Were they licking their tongues out at each other? Were they playing tricks on each other? What was that meanness? Yep. Were they sharing in the end? Hold on, I think you've got a good word here. They weren't being mean. What did they learn to do in the very end? Look at them. They're all together. Who's they, by the way? This works. Yeah.
No, it's Mason.
Do you want me to take them?
No.
Okay.
Let me just go over this and make sure we have everything. In the beginning, the frogs were not sharing. They were fighting. Is that true? Eyes here.
Yes.
In the middle, the frogs almost drowned. But they were on the rock and they had to save themselves.
Yeah.
And in the end, the frogs learned to share.
No.
They didn't learn to share? They did the same story I did. They did learn to share. They weren't sharing in the beginning, but they did share at the end. So this is really about learning to share, isn't it?
Yes.
I think that's what the author's really trying to tell you.
Share.
Put your hands down for 1 minute. So today we learned about 3 frogs that have to learn to share in order to keep themselves alive, right? You're telling me in your own special way that you're finished with this, aren't you? They're pretty much at the end of their life here. Okay. All right. I don't know how you get them back to the tables.
Just call them table 1. Table 1, quietly go back to your table.
Thank you for helping me to do this.